This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Certain Corn Herbicide. Unleash residual power early to allow for pre or post application to attack weeds at their weakest. I'm Ty Higgins. Crop Plan, our guest for the Midday Report, Robert Kosser, is with me. And as you talk here at Commodity Classic, it's not just farmers from Ohio, it's not just farmers in the Midwest, it's farmers from all across the country. How does Crop Plan help farmers regionally meet their goals and help them get through some of the toughest, challenging growing seasons we've seen over the past couple of years?
Yeah, very tough environment, last year and this year going into it from a commodity pricing standpoint. But really from Crop Plan's perspective, we use Anthroplots as our data source to really help growers understand how to manage hybrids. So we tend to think of Anthroplots as being predictive versus reactive. As we go into every growing season, we have the choice to put a plan together and know kind of how we're going to manage those hybrids throughout the season. So we use Anthroplot data to really predict how we're going to manage those. It's kind of like knowing when to put on the gas, when to put on the brake of a hybrid. There's all the hybrids in the industry are really good genetically. It's just how to manage those. We use Anthroplot data to help growers more yield, less risk, right? That's what it's about. But it's not always about the top end yield. It's also about how do we manage the return on investment for those acres. So we use Anthroplots, then our proving ground system, which is at on farm. So we got replicated Anthroplot data, then on farm data that really pulls those two together and helps growers make the right management decisions throughout the growing season.
You and I know that we see the ebbs and flows of agriculture, and right now we're in one of those flows, unfortunately, where we're talking a lot more about ROI.
Right.
It's about getting the most bushel out of every acre. What influences ROI now more than anything?
We think about ROI being influenced really about what our inputs are, right? Fertility, the cost of fungicide, cost of nitrogen, how much, when, all those pieces are piece of our input, our production cost, and it's amount of inputs for bushels out. So we all like to hit the maximum yield, see the combine monitor, hit new yield levels, but that doesn't always pay the bills in the highest ROI. So we're thinking about how do we get the inputs correct on that acre and not put too much. We're spending more dollars than we should be, but we're doing the right things to manage the hybrid for its maximum yield, given the parameters that we have from an input standpoint.
And that means a relationship all year long. A lot of times It's kind of a set it and forget it with farmers, but you have to have those conversations throughout the growing season.
Yeah, it is. It truly is a plan for the crop, right? That's what we're putting together. And that retail sales agronomist that's local knows the growers' farms, knows their management practices, and they're able to think about that season in multiple stages. It's, just spring and fall, there's a lot of things happening in the growing season. We can influence to change the way we manage our crop and change the output there of the crop.
Robert Kosser, my guest with Crop Plan here from San Antonio, Texas, and Commodity Classic. Great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ty. Appreciate it.
Time to check the forecast with Ryan Martin, brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com.
Not as cold this afternoon, and we're going to be pretty mild tomorrow. This moves toward a very active week next week, though. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update here in Ohio. Again, no major issues today. Partly to mostly sunny skies. Warmer than yesterday, but not just flat out mild yet. Tomorrow, we reach that mild stage, and over the weekend, we've got a warm air versus cold air battle unfolding over the top of us, a scattered cloud cover and maybe a little bit of moisture on Saturday. Better chances Sunday night into Monday. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thank you, Ryan. We'll get a check of midday markets and analysis after this as the Ohio AgNet continues from San Antonio, Texas, and Commodity Classic.
Ohio farmers are excited about the approval of Striax dicamba herbicide for in-crop soybean use. For a limited time, B&B AgVantages in Conover, Ohio, are reopening cash discounts and financing on Asgrow soybeans. This is a fantastic opportunity to return to the proven yield performance of Asgrow soybeans and the strong weed control system of the XtendFlex system. Orders must be placed and paid for by March 13th. Contact B&B AgVantages for details at 937-368-3880.
Farmers, crop consultants, certified livestock managers, and agribusiness leaders. Keep up with the latest trends in agriculture March 10th and 11th at the Conservation Tillage and Technology Conference at Ohio Northern University in Ada. Increase your knowledge and bottom line with over 60 presenters. Register for the conference today at cttcohio.com and get exclusive access to videos of the sessions after April 15th. CCA and CLM credits included. Welcome back to the Ohio AgNet. I'm Ty Higgins, and today's market analysis is brought to you by Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC at 574-566-2113. Some farm advisory services suggesting USDA may be too high on feed and residual for corn, and the ultimate ending stocks could be much higher than currently forecast. The soybean rally really depends on China demand in the old crop slot, and so far the rumored China interest has not been confirmed. The cloud over the cattle market is whether there'll be a strike at the GBS Greenlee plant out west. There's hope a last-minute settlement will take place. And hog futures have been in a strong uptrend, may continue this way as the market's not overbought, with traders remaining optimistic about demand. Midday markets on the Ohio AgNet brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At midday, corn lower by a penny, beans off 16 to 17, wheat falling by 1 to 2. Live cattle for February down 57 points at 245.42, and lean hogs for April 96.22, up by 2 cents. From Commodity Classic in San Antonio, I'm Ty Higgins for the Ohio AgNet.